When I'm going through some sort of emotional crisis, that's usually when I have to do a flat piece to express myself.
When Dr. Carol Ventura was serving in the Peace Corps in Guatemala, she learned about tapestry crochet. She's been using it to get through life's adversities ever since. This is her story.
I'm a Navy brat, and I was an only child for 13 years. And we moved a lot. I didn't have brothers and sisters, so people would give me gifts like little sewing kits or, other little craft things. So I've been doing art as long as I can remember. Tapestry crochet. Well, when I first saw it done in Guatemala, I never even asked, what do you call this? And when I decided to publish my first project, I didn't know what to call it. So I looked and I found it was called mosaic crochet, tapestry crochet, a color work, and there were some other names for it too. And I thought it really looks like tapestry weaving. So I chose tapestry crochet. When I'm just watching TV, I don't want to just waste time sitting there. I'll work on baskets or bags or things that have repeat patterns, like this sort of repeat pattern where I do over and over. I don't have to think that much about where to change the color, but doing a flat piece like this, I have to count, so many stitches here and then there. It requires a lot of concentration, but on the other hand, that's why it's so therapeutic too, because the more you get into something complex, the less you're thinking about, the crisis in your life. When you repeat something over and over, it can be crocheting, it can be running in a race, endorphins are released. And that has a very calming effect. So you have that going. But also, when you're in the midst of a very difficult time, some of the greatest art pieces were done when people were mourning a loss or celebrating a victory. Actually, tapestry crochet helped me get through my divorce. That was devastating for me. There's different stages you go through to recover from a difficult situation. At first, you're in denial that there's even a problem. I wrote on there, actions speak louder than words, except when you're in denial. And the eye is covered with a heart because love is blind. I was so blinded by my love for my ex-husband, I couldn't really see what was actually happening. And the next stage after denial is depression. So I chose the colors blue since we associate depression with blue. The heart is a little bit more transparent. I was still in love. In fact, I still love this man. But I was not as blinded. And so I wrote, the truth hurts, but lies only prolong the agony. So after you get through the depression, the next stage is anger. And I was very angry at him. And the heart is a little bit more translucent because I'm seeing a little bit more clearly. And I wrote, to err is human, but to betray is devastating, because I was devastated. And so I chose reds for the color of anger. And then the last stage is acceptance. And the color associated more with God and enlightenment is usually purple. So I chose purples and I put, what could have been will never be, but life goes on. And that's when I realized doing this piece that I was devastated about the end of my marriage, but the marriage itself was never that good. I was living in the future. I really wasn't living in the present. So I think this shows how therapeutic crochet can be.
To learn more about Tapestry Crochet, visit Carol's website, tapestrycrochet.com. To engage with Carol and other crochet artists from around the world, you can join the Tapestry Crochet group on Facebook.